You could get some of the products at Lindomark supermarket in Goodwill, which is close to the hospital. You have the oils like the ginger oil. The ginger oil is an oil that's good for when your inflammation is getting hard at you, because what the inflammation does sometimes it block a lot of your valves in your arteries. It stiffens the muscles, it disarranges the body, it make you feel depressed, it make you feel emotion, tired, sleepy, drowsy, fatigue, tired. That's what inflammation does. It brings sugar, it brings diabetes, it brings high blood pressure, it brings cancer. It's a slow virus that killing you very quick. And if it do kill you, it paralyzes the body before you die. It make you get, how you call that, infirm, like you walking with one side of your shoulder higher than one side. It make you walk bend. It distract the whole body. So you could take a little bit of the ginger oil, a spoon, and sometimes when you see your lungs getting dry, it's either shutting down your lungs. So you take a little bit, or you could use it on the skin. The ginger oil, you have garlic oil, you have moringa oil, you have cayenne pepper oil, you have nutmeg cream, you have sulfur cream at Lindomark. So the people close to the hospital could check out the Lindomark supermarket. You could get them at S-Mark supermarket down the Goodwill Highway. You could get them at Astafans. You could get them at Jolly's supermarket. You could get them at Zeb Creole in the old market. And there is a little lane close on Old Street next to Roll. They call it Apex. They sell little birthday presents. You could get some of the products there. Also, Whitcare Pharmacies at Hartsgrove. Whitcare Pharmacies is next to the doctor office in Hartsgrove. You could get a lot of the products there. Nutmeg cream, cayenne cream, moringa cream, neem. And some of the people that traveling, you could get some of the herbs to travel back to the UK, because the weather is cold and you need to rub at night so that your limbs don't get stiff and muscular pains. So these grocery shop, you could get them. Astafan supermarket, you could get the nutmeg cream, cayenne cream, moringa oil, ginger oil, garlic oil. Garlic oil is an antibiotics. If you're suffering with any things on between the toe, like how you call that, grunage, you could put it between the toes. We call it jojofi, You could put the garlic oil there. If you have itching in the ear, it helps the ear to grow. Like when the follicles block up and you have a lot of germs in the follicles, the garlic oil is a master for that. Anywhere the itching is, anywhere on your body the itching is, in your private part, if you have a boil, if you have a bobo, like people that trouble, elderly people that suffer with bed sore, you could use the garlic oil and neem powder. Neem powder, garlic powder, it's a products. After you apply the garlic oil, you could sprinkle a little neem powder and ginger and garlic on the elderly people with bed sores. So those are the things I really sell, the local products. As you could see right now, you could see them on the Q95 Facebook. You're seeing Miracle Year Growth. This is the Miracle Year Growth. This is the garlic oil. This is the turmeric oil. This is the cayenne oil. And you have rosemary oil. You have the bitter melon cream. Bitter melon cream is it's a cream that good for all kind of problems. Like when you go into the toilet and you're bleeding, we call that hemorrhoids, piles. You could use it, the bitter melon cream, and it's good for ringworm. That's a certain part of the skin that get dark and boboish. That's the bitter melon cream, and you can use it for any rare itching, like when you have shingles on the body. And we have sulfur cream. This is the sulfur cream for age mark, birthmark, like when your stomach have lines on it, that yellow lines, you could use this sulfur mud. And this is the cayenne cream for strokes, pain, arthritis, back pain, cayenne cream. And you have nutmeg cream. You could see it right here, nutmeg cream. You have moringa oil. and you have comfrey oil. You have the comfrey oil, you have the ginger oil, you have castor oil. So you could see them right there on your Facebook page. And this is the neem powder. This is the one that good for the bed sore. And you can also use it for bobo. Anyway, you have a bobo on your foot. So tonight I just want to bring the message across to help the people, ask for the elderly people that suffer with a lot of pains. And pain will not leave the body. Pain is a part of life. You must feel pain. That's why you're alive. So tonight, I just want to tell the people is some of our eating that is bad. We must change our eating. Too much salt, too much sugar, and a lot of dairy products we eat like cheese, butter, even the bread. Sometimes we all eat bread, but the yeast in the bread is a dairy products. So some of those are the things you have to stay away from. Um, Stress is very bad. That's one of the things that attract all this sickness, stress and bad mind and malice. And in Dominica, it's very rampant. You know, you have a lot of people with negative energy, and they could contaminate even the good energy people. And that's one of the things that breaking down Dominica. Um, it's a small country, and everybody's is more fighting against themselves more than even anything else, more than uniting. And that's one of the biggest hindrances in Dominica today. Human behavior. And it's not just Dominica, it's the whole world. If you look at South Sudan and you look at Gaza and you look at Russia and Ukraine, it's a real crisis in the world today, and man can't change that. You look at Haiti, you look at Venezuela, look at the multitude of people that are running away from Venezuela. And Venezuela is still trying to attack a Caribbean country. And when everybody's turning their back on Venezuela, you find all the Caribbean countries are supporting Venezuela. Venezuela is supposed to be more humble and be at peace with its own self. Because you already cannot even take care of your own people to go and look to fight war. On top of that, it just bringing more hell. So people just have to live a little more better. And Dominica is it's another place where I see hell is opening, another set of devils letting go in the system. And I don't want to blame nobody. I don't point in no hands on nobody. We all are the devil, but we disguise ourselves in the form of some kind of angels. And they are terminating good people. They're breaking up family. They're putting husband against wife. They're putting wife against husband. And it's a confusion. If you look at around Dominica, the amount of family issue conflicts, village conflicts, you know, some crucial things, because man is greedy and man not satisfying. Man is angry. And we have seen the spiritual leaders have been warning us. We saw what happened in certain village. I want to call the village name. We have seen priests come from overseas preaching out in the church, telling them there is wickedness in that community. And you see another preacher man left somewhere from Canada, and he went twice in that certain part of the island, and he preaching, and he was all on Q95 preaching out, and we say he was doom and doom, but we saw the result, because we are people that just pretend. But I just want to tell the positive people out there, like the preacher man and the positive people, continue preaching like John the Baptist to save the sinner. I have faults like everybody else. I make a lot of mistakes in life. I regret some of them. I'm not exempt. But why all the foreign people coming here and do so good? I'm seeing it in the street in Roseau. They are doing well. All our little business are failing away. But they are doing well. Look at the little barbers, the little beauty salon, the little bars. And everybody else is doing good. But why we not doing good? It's only the white man that can come to Roseau and sell bakes and chicken, and nobody giving him no trouble because he white. And when it's me as a Dominican, I get in hell by my own people. I watch one foreign man, he have 3 different spots in Roseau selling. You know. You have a spot for the tourist season. You have a spot for the summer. You have another spot for the normal time. And some people just can't get a spot. I see police taking off Dominican young women selling a little water on the street. Sometimes I must speak on those things, you know, because we don't respect our own people. Wadix is asking for that old Barracoon building for some months now. across by the ferry there to set up a Buy Dominica products like what Mackenzie had do some time back. And nobody's taking on Wadix because what Wadix is doing is something good. Look at how many years Wadix been marketing Dominica and doing all the good things for Dominica, pushing Dominica to the top, and we're not recognizing these people. It's time for us to recognize our people and give our people credit where they're supposed to get credit. You know the amount of work people like Wadix, Miss Ophelia Gordons, and Mr. Sheridan Gregoire and many other great men have done in this country, Eddie Tulloh, Sobers Esprit, and this great legend, Jeff Joe, and we don't recognize them. Look at Fodina. Sympathy to Fodina. It's not too long I went to in our office and bring some medicine for Fodina cables. And it shocked me today when I heard Fodina pass away. The amount of marketing Fodina done for different company, DBS, Cable and Wireless, and Curl in the Park. But we don't recognize our people. And that's where our government have to come to understand our people are important. Look at the amount of local products we have been making. Do the government take a little time? Do the Prime Minister take a little time and goes around some of those local shops like Zep Creole, like some of those local little boutiques where these people make those products, the cold pot soup manually? That when he traveling, he could take a box to these CARICOM friends and market our products. Do the Prime Minister them go out and really see the work? It's take a lot of hard work, you know. I hear you crying out he want to build an international airport to export our product, but you don't have to wait until you build an international airport to export our products. They are the ferry there. That's what Wadix is telling you. Put a small supermarket for the local manufacturing people. We have all kind of people in those baking bread, those making soup, those making everything, you know, locally made. And you have to put it in a location where the people can buy it that traveling. Sometimes I even feel like tired talk and I getting kind of boring in this country because to me sometimes we don't respect our own people, we don't recognize our own people. We must decentralize certain things in rules, you know. In the 80s, Eugenia Charles had set up some areas for small business. You have seen she put in thing in Bellow, Hell Bellow, going up. And he was doing good all to the 70s. We had how many garment factories? People was making juice like Mr. Emmanuel. Even in Marigot, they was making blue soap. And we lost all those things from the 70s. You know how far we would be? We had El Rose, we had grapefruits, we had. Sometimes I don't know why our leaders don't really take time and look at Mr. Mackenzie with his paper towel. Why we have to be so bitter with each other that we have to say that we have to bury them and do care about them? Why we don't like our own people? That's one of the biggest problems, you know. I don't want to really talk about the politicians tonight. Tonight is my show to speak more on the human behavior of how we think. Because we have to look out for our people. And I heard Peter Prosper one of those times talking, and he was saying the people that support some party, when they get in there, they don't recognize them. And the Prime Minister called his show this Sunday afternoon, and the Prime Minister said, why a lot of people come to him? Because a lot of government office don't work. Well, you must train them, Prime Minister, before you put them in certain work. The young people, them give them training. The NEP people, you just put them in hospital. They don't have no etiquette. They want to bully the doctor. They want to bully the nurse, and then they give the hospital a bad name. They have no etiquette because they don't train to work. I don't have no problem with everybody want to get a work, but train them. So that's why a lot of things don't work. Look at the carnival. Peter Pross and them been talking about the carnival and the way it badly handled. Most of these people that are running is responsible for opening the carnival. These people are married people. They done grown up. They're tired. When they don't work in the day there, they cannot do anything more. You have to decentralize it and put more power in young people's hands. You give zone out the area. If you give in Peter Prosser area to where Wadix are there to the old market so that he can have an event there every Sunday afternoon before the carnival, like what Guadeloupe does have. Let Wadix show you how to do those things and make life easier for the people. all over the countryside, you're supposed to have enterprise. Like what Edison them had do in Roundabout and Eugene and them. It was one of the biggest vendor mall, in the 80s, where you had a lot of vendors at the Roundabout. People was coming and sell all the products from the east, from the north. Those are the things to do, my friend. And I just find sometimes we lost our way as Black Caribbean leaders. That's not what I see Rusi does. I was a young boy in Marigot, and in this late 70s, I see Rusi was one of the first person that started to give people adult education and form different groups with young people, all age of people. You'd have the farmers group, you'd have the women groups, you'd have the young men groups, teaching them different skills to read and write. People like Richard Charles was a teacher. Bristol, Jonathan Bristol, I think he's somewhere in America, who's Antigua as a pharmacist. You had people like Rock Bruno teaching people, and most of the guys that had already had a secondary education, he would send them out to Cuba. Why we lost that consciousness? One set of people just want to grab. It's not going to work. It's not going to work that way. This system working, and if you as a leader and you're around one set of people that want plenty things, it's not going to make a good picture for you. Because I know you come from a grassroots life, you come from a humble background, you come from a struggling like any other Dominican, like anybody else. So you're supposed to know where you come from and don't make power go up in your head, and be humble. See how Fodina was so humble, always have a nice smile on her face. She never make her position get up ahead. She always accept anybody. She would help the homeless. I always see she helping this girl that always walking naked there in Roseau. She would buy a bread for her by Bolo. She would look out for her. I don't know, man. Sometimes it's just giving me a lot of destroying spirit to talk in this country. But I need to still talk on my little products because it don't make sense I talking to people that don't care nothing. I just want to tell Dominican people, take care of themselves. We are living in the last days. Humble yourself. Eat the natural things. Take your sea bath. Have a little bit more love. And I have a good friend in Tukare, a former minister. He's not 100% now. I want him to take a little bit more care of himself. Take his sea bath. Do a lot of body detox. Clean out his colon. Grate some garlic. Grate some ginger. Gargle his throat. Change his diet. Stop eat a lot of the meat and the milk and the cheese and the bread and all these things. Eat more your greens. Eat a lot of tomatoes before your diet. Just cut up the green fruits, broccoli, chive, carrots, tomato, without salt, and just eat it before your food. And use a lot of carrot juice, vitamin A. Cook your food and don't cook your food too much. Cook your food with the skin and don't eat too much meat. Cook peas and change your diet. My good friend, my good senior minister, I just want you to take care of yourself, my brother. All of us have to go down that road one day. I can't forget good people like you, in spite of what you have your political side, but then you are a human being like me too. I just wish you well in your little times you're going by. And DJ Sean, I would like you to play a little song for Fodina from Morgan Heritage. There's a place for people like you. I just want to take a little 5-minute breaks for Fodina. There is a place for people like you from Morgan Heritage for Fodina. Sympathies to the family of Fodina. I work with Fodina mom at the Jacko Waterfall. She was a waitress. I used to be a vendor up there for a long while. What's her mother name again? Linda. We work in Hibiscus Company. So play something nice for Fodina, man. Let her heart be at peace. And I want the angel to take her across the Golden Bridge. She have done a lot of good work. And I just sympathize with the family, Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. If you give a little more than you take, and if you try to fix more than you break,
If you're the kind who takes the time to help a stranger in the rain, there's a place for people like you. If you stand up for those down on their knees and lend a voice to those who cannot speak, if you shine a little light, give sight to the ones who've lost their way, there's a place for people like you. I've heard up there the streets are made of gold, and when you get there, there's a hand to hold. Believe when your days down here are through, there's a place up there for people like you. If you walk around with your heart on your sleeve, and if you're trying to be the change you wanna see, if you lay down your life for love so someone could be saved, there's a place for people like you. I've heard the streets are made of gold, and when you get there, there's a hand to hold. When your days down here through, it's a place for people like you. Streets are made of gold, and when you get there, there's a hand to hold. Live when your days down here are through, yeah. There's a place up there for people like you. I know you're out there, so keep doing what you do. 'Cause there's a place up there for people like you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Out of many people.
Yes, this is just a little time I take off my time for Miss Fodina for all her good work in Creole in the Park. She used to be on the ball, and she have done a lot. I hope some of these people will at least we can put up a statue for them, even if it's a plastic statue like what at Fort Young. And many other people, we must not let it die and then praise them. There are a lot of great men we must honor before they pass. Sometimes I wonder how many reflect with us reflect on Creole Festival. Who are the people who invent it? One day we must come to our senses and name the people and forget our little small politics and give honor where honor have to give. And see the impact that World Creole Festival have been made. As far as I heard it come from Mr. Finance Minister Head, Mr. Julius Timothy and Mr. Sheridan Gregoire. And then the idea come, they bring it across to people like Eddie Tuller and Gordon Henderson and Sobers and name a lot of people. One man can't do one thing. It's take a team to build a country. One man can't build Roseau or any city. He would be still building it. It's many hands. So we must give these people a little more recognition. People like Miss Ophelia, when this lady travel in Martinique, the gendarme have to cut off the road, you know. This lady is not no nonsense lady out there, you know. and we let these people just go away and don't leave a legacy. We must give these people a little more honor. That's why I tell the Prime Minister, you're boasting, you want to export our products. Do not wait until the international airport bill. Start. Mr. Mackenzie had a small supermarket, buy Dominica products at the new market. Put some money there and fix the Barracoon building. You have money in the bank for small business. For 3 years, I've been waiting for a loan under that small business from the Eastern Caribbean Bank. I think I heard the governor say he put some money there in the region for small business people. Fix the Barracoon building, sir. Market our products. Let's look at where all the people traveling at the ferry. Hundreds of people. Put a washroom at the bayfront. Uplift the vendors there. Get somebody and market when the cruise ship there. Put a stage there. Tell the big man that have the supermarket there. Put a washroom for the people that come in by the supermarket with garments so that you can take a shower if you're going to travel. Make the bayfront more excited. Get young people to do those little marketing there when the cruise ships are around. Put some local bars there so that the visitors can have a drink. You don't see the beach bar on the other side. You don't see the old market. You don't see the entertainment that has been the old ruined building. You don't see it. You don't see what the impact these one men doing. You don't see what Ace Abanda doing in Granby. After Ace Abandon show, he does have a tour, visiting all this site. One man, and that man have been doing good. He have a charity foundation. I was in Marigot sometime last year after the bad weather we had between Marigot and Cassibus. I saw Ace Abandon bring up a whole truckload of new household things for somebody. You're not seeing what they're doing, Peter Prosper and Oprah them. They have a charity foundation. You don't see what Pastor Jack. These are the people to help. Pastor Randy, they have where they feeding the people and bathe them and trim them. These are the important things, we need to do. You need to build a home for these homeless people. Can't you see the things we need to be done? We fighting every day over, we come on no program to educate us how to live better and to make a life better for ourselves. Politics is just for time. We had to leave them things behind. And all the richness and all the money and all the grammar. Some lawyers, I had a bad experience with one of the lawyers that are around you. He gave me hells by a building I was selling by there. He make a rich lady, a rich girl come down and give me a lot of problems. So I just want to say good night to my people. Thank you for supporting me. My number is 265-9673. I live on Kennedy Avenue. I live on Federation Drive. I sell on Kennedy Avenue, next to the Privocini Mall. I not be there every day because I kind of getting more busy. And the road is slow too, but I live on Federation Drive in Goodwill, close to the laundry, close to St. James Guest House. Anybody want to contact me, they could contact me there. And I want to thank the people in the supermarket who give me the supply, help me to supply the supermarket with the products, the local products, like the people at S-Mark and the other business places. I thank you for your support, the good things you have done. Keep on doing the good things. And I appreciate all the supporters who help my business. As you could see them there on Q95 Facebook. I'm speaking right now. So if you want to contact me, and I want to tell Mr. Gregor, thank you for the support, small business. Have a good night, my people. Take care. I wish you well.
Bless the Lord, soul. Oh, my soul. Worship his holy name. Sing like never before. Oh, my soul. I worship your holy name. The sun comes up, it's a new day dawning. It's time to sing your song again. whatever may pass and whatever lies before. Let me be singing when the evening comes. Bless the Lord, my soul, oh, my soul.